Well, I'm back the next day. The grapes were sitting in a sink overnight, and all the bugs are gone. Now we've got a pot here. We're going to put these in and cook them down to juice them out, because these are mostly seeds and very little grape. It's mostly seed, so we need to juice them out a little bit and run them through a strainer. Well, considering the track record of this camera, I don't know how well this shows up, if at all, but I've got the grapes in a massive pot, and I'm just chopping and stirring and pulping under heat. I've got it on high, and I'm just going to heat these grapes up until they turn into a juice, basically pulping them up into, oops, I don't want to hurt my camera. I just steamed my camera. Bad. Well, anyway, I'm going to pulp these grapes up into a juice with heat and keep stirring, and then I'll put them in a canning jar and process them. I'm probably only going to get 1 pint, maybe a quart max. Got my sister stirring. I'm afraid to get too close, but it's turning to liquid pretty nicely. I've been chopping and squashing and smashing on it. She just took over for a minute so I can record. But in the time it took me to prepare a coffee, this has been boiled down and juiced out pretty well. But I think actually we could probably run it through the strainer already. I left the grapes on the vine, green ones, ripe ones, and everything. The ripe ones are turning to mush, the green ones stay solid, and the vines we're just going to sift out later. Well, I've got good news and bad news. The good news is the berries are broken down. Bad news is my sister still hasn't figured out how to use the juicer. Hand crank antique juicer from when we were kids.
I'm getting there.
So now we wait and wait and wait. Wild grape juice is a very good dye. Be warned. If you do this at home,
Don't use brand new.
yeah, this was brand new. I call it character. I think it adds character to the wooden spoon. My sister, with patience, time, and a lot of prayer, managed to figure out this old device. So we're going to do this. Now actually I'm going to ask her to turn the crank while I record, so we can get this on video, just for kicks. Well, we have juice coming out. Hopefully the pulp is going to come out the front. Right now there's just some juice coming out, a little bit. There's a little bit of overspill on the back because it's not on there right, but we have juice coming out. Let's see if this works. Now we've got some jars boiling to sterilize. The juice had evaporated off while I was gone today, so I've added a little bit of water in here, and we're reheating this to a boil, and then we're going to strain it through my mom's old tomato strainer, which brings back memories of childhood gardening. So pretty soon we'll be straining that out. We've got a little bit of juice here. We've finished straining here. I think that's pretty much done now.
Just
the old tomato thing. We had a little bit of a emergency issue. The bowl we were using had a hole in the bottom. My sister's working on the jars, which are now sterilized, and we're about to be we're going to put this in a pan and bring it to a boil, and then we can can it. So, working out. Well, there's all the pulp. I think we did a good job of squeezing the juice out, because that's pretty dry looking right there. And we are
want him gone, and he's gonna bone him out
talking about
and cry while he does it.
What is it? What are you talking about?
Big Brother.
Big Brother, yes. Anyway, there's yes, you were recorded. We're boiling the juice to bring it to a boil for canning. That's the last step.
Thanks.
Yeah. It's a little messy, especially if you have a leaking container. We've got stuff here, we've got some stuff here, we've got 2 jars, 2 quarts. We've got stuff here. The whole sink is filled up with stuff we use to process this. I don't know if I can do this in the RV. This is a mess. This is a serious mess.
Clean up in the RV.
It stained the wood. grape is a stain. But we've got 2 nicely sealed, properly sealed for everybody to know. The jars were sterilized and boiling, and the juice was boiling as we poured it into boiling hot jars. We did not do a water bath, but everything was boiling at the time. Boiling jars, boiling juice. And this isn't going to last that long anyway. But there it is, 2 quarts of wild grape juice.